Hello, welcome to Exclam Chess. And in this video, I'm going to be going over a game that was sent in to me by a player on chess.com. His username is Cannon17, and he's playing as the white pieces in this game, so we're going to take a look at it and see if there's anything that we can learn from it, and that we can use to help him improve as a player. Okay, f4, d5, c4, bishop to f5. This is kind of an interesting opening. I don't really see this too frequently. Yeah, okay, c takes d5, bishop takes b1. I don't know if I would have given up the bishop so quickly if I was his opponent for this knight on b1, because one, this bishop is developed, that bishop is giving itself up for a knight that hasn't moved yet, and also, so early on, I don't know if I would give up a bishop for the knight, because the position, you don't really know how it's going to turn out, and you don't know, maybe the bishop's going to be better than the knight. But it's kind of too early, a little early to tell. So that's why I probably would have hesitated on that move. Okay. Rook takes b1, queen takes d5, a3, knight c6, knight f3, castles queenside. Okay, so he's castled queenside, so looks like we're gonna find a battle of castling opposite wings, most likely. e3, a6, and a6. I don't know if I like that move, because that weakens black's king's position, and it's very likely that white's gonna castle kingside, and then after castling kingside, he's probably gonna want to march these pawns with maybe b4 and b5, and it'll be very easy to attack this pawn on a6 later, most likely. Okay, and so that's why I think that's kind of a bad move. I give that a question mark. a6. Okay, d4, knight f6, bishop to e2, knight e4, and castling kingside. So I like that, getting the king out of the center. And now that the king's castled, now Cannon17 can focus on marching his pawns and maybe trying to create an attack on the black king. Okay, and b4, this move is great, it needs to be played. The only downside is right now it can't quite be played because his opponent just plays knight to c3, forking the rook and queen, and so he's going to lose an exchange after queen c2 and knight takes on b1. Okay, queen takes b1, f6, and e4. So right here, actually, after queen d7 and bishop to e3, white actually doesn't have that bad of a position, even though he's down the exchange. What's happened is he has this big center, and he's got these very nice center pawns controlling all the center squares for him, and then all of his pieces are also developed. But if we look at black, he's still got some pieces that need to be activated. And so even though white's out on the material, he's not exactly feeling it right now. And the other part of this is a battle of opposite side castling. And frequently, in a game where there's opposite side castling, material doesn't matter so much as having the initiative or having an attack. Because if you can create a big attack in a battle of opposite side castling, that's really a good thing, because frequently, very frequently, what happens is the first side to break through with the attack wins, because you can kind of just throw everything at your opponent when you're playing with opposite side castling. Okay, g6, b5, there we go, attacking this weakness and trying to create more weaknesses. That's b8, b takes a6, b takes a6, and now because of this move a6 was played earlier, weakening the king's position, now white has this nice open file. And yeah, that black king doesn't look too safe anymore. Okay, d5, bishop takes a3. That's a big mistake, because that allows bishop to a7. And now white is threatening the knight in checkmate. And yeah, not looking so good for the black king right now. And so black plays bishop to c5 check, and that gets the bishop to retreat. Now that checkmate is no longer threatened. Now c6. And white goes ahead and plays d6. Queen to b7. And right here, if I was playing as white, I probably would have moved my queen, because I would say black's king does not look very safe. I want to keep queens on the board, and I would have just probably found a nice square to put my queen. Because usually when my opponent's king looks weak, I try to keep more pieces on the board and try to increase complications. Okay. e5. I'm surprised that his opponent doesn't actually exchange queens, kind of, because with the king not looking very safe right here, I probably would have exchanged queens, even though that would make me very down material, and exchanging when you're down material isn't usually a good idea. But anyways, queen takes b7, king takes b7, rook b1 check. And right here, it really actually doesn't matter what white does, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes. White has a much, much better position, as is clearly visible. Knight d4, rook ht. And at this point, actually, white's position is so much better that I'm just going to fast forward the next few moves until we get to the end, because there's not too much more we can learn from this, because white's just so much better at this point. Okay, and this is where black resigned, because now he's going to lose even more material. He's going to lose one of these rooks due to the skewer from the bishop. Okay, so from this game, the two things that we can probably note from this is, one, that the mistake that Canon 17's opponents made, he played a6 and that weakened his castle position, and then Canon 17 was able to march his pawns up and further probe those weaknesses that black had created. The other thing is that even though he lost the exchange, he was able to play on and work around that, because even though he was down the exchange, he had great control of the center and great piece activity, and was able to turn those into enough initiative, create an attack, where that material deficit didn't even matter. And that's a very frequent thing that happens in opposite side castling battles, so it would be a great thing to remember that material isn't as important as initiative and opposite side castling. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you for submitting the game, and thank you for watching.